Assert yourself. Assert yourself sounds like something we could all do. Takes a little practice. But with the skill of asserting yourself, I guarantee you will have better luck in getting what you want. I love getting what I want. And I love this topic because I think that it's something that there is a methodology to, and once you're aware of the steps, you can practice at asserting yourself. The 4 steps to asserting yourself is state your problem, tell your feelings, specify a solution, and describe your consequences. So what that means in plain speak is identify what is bugging you. And when something's bugging you, you have a couple options. You can ignore it. A lot of people ignore it if they don't like confrontation. And it could go away. Bonus. But that could be a short-term solution. More likely, it won't go away and it will continue to bug you. It will fester. You could have a temper tantrum, or you could just build and boil rage inside of you. And we don't want to be like that. So you want to be able to state the problem and tell your feelings. Why is this problem bugging you? And in that vein, you have to remember that it's likely your problem. So we can take an example at a restaurant. True story, a couple weeks ago, eating at a really yummy bistro that I love. And I got the potato salad, and the potatoes weren't cooked. I'm bummed. So my choices, again, I could just, whatever, not eat it and move on. Or I state my problem. Here comes the waitress. Hey, it's like Toastmasters. It's a little compliment sandwich. I love your restaurant. I come here all the time. I don't like the potato salad today. What happened? I'm bummed. So in that example, I'm stating the problem, I'm telling my feelings, and then this is where you have to be a little bit bold. You need to describe what you want. So I say, I'd really like a spinach salad. I don't even want another potato salad. In addition, I'd like to have my lunch for free. My dad taught me this tip. Speak and stop speaking and listen. He'd say, shut up and listen. It's useful in negotiations. It's useful in your asserting yourself. Because I just said what I wanted. And the reason I want it, I tell her, I want free lunch because if I don't have my free lunch, then I will pay for my spinach salad that I just asked for. But I'm still going to probably leave a little bit bummed out. If you bring me a free lunch, I'm going to be so happy, and I'm going to continue and talk about how great this bistro is. I'm going to feel really, really good. And I smile. Wow. And it's so uncomfortable, but you know what? I get a free lunch. And so it's just classic, because I think, again, it's a practice. It's feeling comfortable. It's identifying what you want. And then it's waiting for them to respond. If you don't use these steps, you might beat around the bush and you might not get what you want. And life will go on, but it is really fun to assert yourself. And you want to do it quickly, you want to do it kindly, you want to do it directly, and you want to have the end in mind. What do you want? Ask for what you want. So again, the tips: state your problem, tell your feelings, specify a solution, and determine your consequences. We now have the opportunity to see a little live improvisation. I'm going to ask John Kincannon to come up. We work at an e-commerce company down the road, makes headphones. listening to music is a very common practice at this company. I sit next to John. He listens to his music, but he listens to music a little loud. So I need to get some work done, and I need to have a conversation with John. After we have the role play, we'll talk about what we think about asserting myself. Come up, John.
What'd you say? Sorry.
Hey, John, can I talk to you for a second?
Yeah, what's going on?
How are you?
Oh, I'm doing good. Doing good. Thanks for asking.
Yeah. So, I know here at Skull Candy we listen to music a lot. I love music.
Me too. I try to listen to it. I really can't listen to it more than I can. There's so much I want to listen to, and then I'm disappointed. And I don't feel like I can work as good as I can if I don't listen to music. So I try to balance things.
I hear you. And you know, I'm one of these people that I cannot read and listen to music. You know, some people like study better when the music's on.
Yeah, I'm one of those. Yeah, really. I
kind of am envious because then you get to multitask. You get to listen to your tunes and get your work done.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where my parents went wrong in raising me. I mean, clearly. But I need to have this, you know, quiet to focus. And I have a meeting coming up at 3 o'clock today. I'm really trying to prepare for it. And your music is distracting me. And it's bumming me out because I don't want to infringe on you not listening to music, but I'm struggling because I can't get my work done. Do you mind turning your music off for a couple hours until I get the work out of the way?
I kind of hear what you're saying, that you need some quiet, but is there a way I can maybe listen to it just a little bit lower? Maybe I didn't know it was loud, that was kind of infringing on you. Could I just have it like lower volume?
Right.
Is that okay?
Right. No, I think that would be great, and actually that's a great first step. So would you mind if you just turn it down, and then if I still have an issue, then maybe I can reserve you a conference room and you can like blast it, and then listen, and then I can get my work done. So I really appreciate it. I'm sorry to be so anal. It's totally not my style. I need to focus on this. So
I think we can go a little bit lower. Yeah,
cool.
See if that works.
John, you're the man.
Because we're teammates, man.
Oh, thank you. Oh, look at that. Then HR's like, stop! Okay. So there we had it. Yay, the role play. So it can be a little uncomfortable. It's kind of awkward. Who wants to tell anyone what to do? Do you think that was effective in asserting myself in the situation presented with John, the rock-out man?
Yeah.
Kathy?
Yes, I thought that you stated you had an opening, so you didn't immediately start attacking him and going, yeah, man, this makes me so upset. But you kind of had an opening, a middle, and a conclusion. You know, and part of it, and used really positive terms to talk about your feelings without attacking.
Great.
You didn't judge his behavior. You actually said you were envious of it, so that makes sure that he doesn't start out on the defensive and
Right. Because it really is your problem. And that's, I think, something that is really a mindfulness in any sort of confrontation, is really starting with the end in mind, but also being calm and cool about it, and also just owning it. Like, what's your problem? That's okay. We all have problems. But let's not make it about someone else. So, yeah?
Oh, and timing, getting it done early so that you actually can like leave it and go focus on what you need to do rather than just building up anger and building up stories and building up.
Yes.
Sarah, I would like to see what would happen though if after your meeting was done and you're back next morning and the music's up again.
I know. That's a great, I think, and that's something that if there is resistance, then the tip is to continue to state your position and just keep stating it. So I made it pretty timely so it didn't feel overwhelming. Never listen to your music loud. But maybe what I would do is I'm going to check in with him tomorrow when he turns it back up and just say, hey, you know what? I realized in that short amount of time when I was preparing for my presentation, I really got a lot more done. you know, was that okay for you to listen to it at a lower level? Because that really worked well for me, and maybe that's something that we can work out. And if he said yes, I'm psyched, and if he says no, I'm looking for a new desk. Any other closing comments? My husband always sends me to the front line. He hates confrontation. He doesn't like any of this. And so he's always like, if there's ever an issue, you know, Sarah, we've got an issue. And I'm like, oh, I got it. Oh, I got it. Because I love getting what I want. So thank you very much.